Hey, what's up guys? This is Jasiu from the Pedals and Accessories department here at Chuck Levin's Washington Music Center. And today we just wanted to show you some cool features with the Quad Cortex. Today we're going to show you how to run a full band of two guitarists and a bassist through one Quad Cortex. We're going to show you the signal chain and how we've found how you can output all three instruments to not only fully processed signals for front of house, but also a signal that comes before your cab IR into your choice of power amp into guitar cabinet or even the effects return of an amp. That way you get the best of both worlds and you can be ready for any gigging situation out there. So let's check it out. So here I've got our preset, called this one full band. Input 1 is one guitar, input 2 is another guitar, and the return 1 down here is our bass rig. And we've allowed scene changes as well. So the bottom row has a bunch of changes that affects sometimes just one instrument, sometimes all of the instruments. So that's another way to just kind of, really dial in your band sound for a show, sound consistent every time. The first guitar's chain is pretty simple. It looks the most complicated, but it's really just another way of branching out the output signal. So we've got our various effects, overdrives, our guitar amp of choice, some other things, and then it comes down to this split right here. So what that allows us to do is we're telling the Quad Cortex to take this line here and split it to where the cab is. So our output 1, so our XLR right here, is getting our fully processed signal, including the speaker cavity here, which is an orange 4x12. But then beyond that, on this one row here, the output 3 isn't getting any of that cab IR. So what that allows is, I've got my 5150 combo here, and I just plugged into the effects return of it. And now I've got something that, I can use as my own personal monitor, or I could even, mic this up along with having the direct front of house sound to have just a bigger, kind of fatter sound on my guitar. And all of that can be controlled with the various output volumes here. So I can just go into output 3 here, which is taking the 5150 there, and I could choose to bring that down or up. I might pick that up on my lapel mic. We don't necessarily have that mic'd up, but you get the idea. So this is where I can control that level, and then the output is where I can control front of house. So usually it's good to just kind of keep those neutral and tweak the powered speaker if you need more of a quieter stage, noise floor, that kind of thing. And we're just going to show how that plays out on these other two inputs. Instead of the splitter, we've actually gone ahead and utilized the effects loop block on the Quad Cortex. So the effects loop block is great for a lot of things. You can plug in analog pedals into it and have that anywhere in the chain on here. Say I've got like a nice overdrive or a particular delay pedal that I really like. Well, here we're actually just using it to split the signal again. We've got our second guitar here. You see we've got our various effects, noise gate, overdrive. We have an amp, a few modulation effects, and a reverb here. And then after all of that, we have the effects loop. So this is taking the send 1 and throwing that to another amp's effects return. And then we continue on to the cabinet section, which then ends up at our output 2 right here. So that's again another way that you can just split two of your guitar signals. And then further, we've got the bass doing exactly the same thing, except we've sent it to the second effects send. What that gets us is a fully flexible band rig. You have two XLR jacks for your output. Guitars 1 and 2 are covered with those. With bass, or if you had a third instrument, you could just send that to a DI box like we have right here with the Walrus Canvas line isolator. So that allows you to send XLR mic level signals to front of house pretty much straight out the gate with as minimal gear as possible. Yeah, that's how we've managed to kind of fit this all into one preset. It took me all of 12 minutes to set this up. And we've even set up scene changes with, volume drops in places where one guitar is kind of brought up for a solo section. You could just have this set up for your whole set being this one preset, or we could do presets for every song and just copy and paste this signal chain if you were, and then make your tweaks as necessary. So yeah, that's how you can run a whole band off of a Quad Cortex.